Hi! Welcome to this part of my review featuring Konosuba, God's Blessing on This Wonderful World, TRPG. If you haven't seen the other parts of my review featuring this role-playing game based on the popular isekai series, please check out the playlist in the description below. This time we are going to talk about cheat rules. Let's get started. Cheats are a way to depict the special abilities or traits that characters who appear in Konosuba might have. Using them will allow for the fun, chaotic developments like those in the original work. However, if the game master is a more serious type, you might have a difficult time using them. The game master should decide on their own whether or not to use cheats in their game. The players cannot force the decision. If you absolutely want them in a game, then you'll have to be the game master yourself. In my opinion, I recommend that you apply cheats because that's part of the beauty of Konosuba. However, cheats are a double-edged sword. First, they each have a merit, a powerful ability for the cheat's owner. Second, they each have a demerit or drawback. Mighty powers come with much sacrifice. The stronger a cheat's merit, the more harmful its demerit. When it comes to merits, cheats afford a player something beneficial, such as a special skill or unique item, and demerits are a penalty or condition for receiving the merits of a cheat. Unless otherwise stated, the effects of the demerit are applied immediately as long as the requirements are met. If it has no requirements, it is active at all times. Based on the demerit, the game master may apply penalties to the player characters at his or her discretion, and for however long they wish. When in doubt, apply the penalty on the spot and or have the penalty's effect last until the end of the scenario. When it comes to acquiring cheats, they are generally acquired during pre-play or after play. We will talk about pre-play and after play in a future part of this review. You don't need experience points to acquire a cheat. In general, a player character can only learn one obtainable cheat. With the GM's permission, they may acquire multiple cheats. They cannot acquire the same cheat more than once. In my opinion, I think you should allow for a single cheat, because otherwise the characters are going to be too powerful, in my opinion. When it comes to cheat restrictions, the game master may place restrictions on which cheats a player character may acquire. And when it comes to using cheats, simply put, cheats break the game's balance. They are not meant for those who enjoy the serious struggles of life and death. But breaking the game's balance can be enjoyable. So the players and GM must decide if they want to use cheats or not. The final say about whether to use cheats lies with the game master. When it comes to non-player characters and cheats, the GM may have non-player characters acquiring cheats as part of the scenario if they wish. If they do, everyone will receive extra experience points in the completed the mission section when it comes to the quest, equal to the number of cheats possessed by the non-player characters multiplied by the average level of all player characters. Now let's talk about a few of these cheats. You have the classic Megumin one, Pursuit of Power. You're infatuated with bolstering your magic's power, and you devote yourself wholly to this purpose. With this, you have a passive merit, effective on skills that use dice to determine effects. When you acquire this cheat, choose one spell you already have that deals damage via attack, recovers hit points, recovers magic points, or increases or decreases damage. You add 5 six-sided dice to the chosen skill's effects. If you are at least 10th level, you add a number of six-sided dice equal to half your character level. When it comes to the demerit, in exchange for power, you pour every last drop of magical energy and life force into your spell. At the end of a process in which you applied the merit's effects, your hit points become 0. So this is the typical situation when Megumin passes out after casting her explosion spell. Then we have Intoxicated by Pain. When you receive physical or mental damage, you feel pleasure instead of pain. This is Darkness's cheat, of course. You gladly put yourself in harm's way, or lose more power than you're capable of, for the sake of reveling in that feeling. When it comes to merit, you use this cheat right after a damage roll has been made against you. You change the damage you would receive from that attack to 0. You can use this once per scenario. And when it comes to the demerit, you are so single-minded in your pursuit of pleasure that your offense suffers, and you neglect to dodge some attacks that come your way. Whenever you make a hit check or dodge check, you take a minus 1d6 of penalty. There's also the Sacred Treasure Holder weapon. You are the owner of an item said to have been made by the gods in ancient times, a sacred treasure weapon. You know the legends surrounding your treasure and what its name is. You can decide for yourself how you came to possess it. When it comes to the merit, this is an item merit. During pre-play, you choose one weapon from your inventory. That weapon becomes a sacred treasure. You add your character level multiplied by 3 to its attack power. The demerit is when you are not equipped with the weapon you choose for this cheat, that is your sacred treasure. You take a penalty of minus 2 6-sided dice to all checks. If I remember correctly, I think this is the cheat of Mitsurugi, but I could be mistaken. You also have the creation cheat. You have the ability to create anything you wish. You may decide a reason for this yourself, such as putting knowledge obtained from a goddess to full use. The merit is that you can use this at any time. You create one item with a function of your choosing. Equipment such as weapons or armor cannot be obtained with this effect, and you cannot recover blessings via this merit. We will talk about blessings in a future part of this review. The Game Master has the final decision on the item's final effects. The obtained item vanishes when the scenario ends. You can use this once per scenario. The demerit is that you are tight-fisted with money because of what it costs to create things. You refuse to give up on quests and desperately want their rewards. If for some reason you cannot gain a quest reward or must give up on it, your number of blessings immediately becomes 0. There are a total of 14 cheats. I think you will recognize many of these from the characters in Konosuba, and there are even some that apply to other manga. For example, maybe you have read Yusha ga Shinda, I think that's the name, or The Hero is Dead, and there is this character Blake. He's pretty much useless in combat, but because of rumors, wild speculations, and an overblown reputation, he is considered to be the strongest character imaginable. It's somewhat of a similar situation to King from One Punch Man, so you have a cheat related to that. And this concludes this part of the review for today. In the next part we are going to talk about action check rules. I really like the cheats. I highly recommend that you employ them in your sessions. They add so much to the Konosuba experience. They recreate some of those crazy, wacky, funny moments of the anime series, of the manga, the light novels. So definitely include at least one cheat, in my opinion. I highly recommend it. Thank you for watching this part of the review. If you have any comments or questions, please let me know. And thank you so much to those of you that have been supporting the channel by sending drive-thru RPG gift certificates. If anyone else wants to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. Once again, thank you, and see you later.